Alright, motherfuckers, today we have got for you a special project. This is Max Sturgeon. Alright, came in here for what is this? Steering kit. Steering kit, rear shocks, Dakota, the shift linkage. He has one of those his and hers shifter. We have to adjust it. It's still not adjusted, but we have to adjust it. What else it came for? His fans are not working properly, and his fuel system. That's his fuel system right here. Now check it out. Check it out. Check this shit out. Look at the fucking Mickey Mouse on this shit. You see that shit? Look at that. It's going from a hard line to a rubber line. That's the return. Then this is the feed that goes loop-de-loop to the filter. And another loop-de-loop towards the front. And this one has I don't know if it has a flare on it, but I don't see the rest of the fucking nut. But yeah, we have to remove all this shit. And I think his Racetronic relay for the fuel took a shit, cause they hardwire the pump. If you can see that little red wire going in there, all the way over there, going towards the tank. Over there, it's hardwired and passing the fucking bypassing the Racetronic, because I think the Racetronic took a shit. This happened to me twice on my Luxury Sport. That's why I got rid of this shit and just put a regular relay for a hot they call it hot wire kit, but it's a bullshit. I use their fucking fan setup, the heavy duty 2-fan setup, and that shit's the shit. But this is boo-boo. This is a piece of shit. Fan setup, that's the shit. This is a piece of shit. So stay away from this hot wire kit from Racetronics. So we're gonna remove the whole shit and hook the factory back one, not the factory, but you can say the factory, just so you can read the gas. But we're gonna take the ground and the power out of it and do my own relay kit to it. This looks like a fucking 14 gauge, not even a 10 gauge. See, that's the 10 gauge right here. We're gonna see if we can just use it as a signal. Cause this is hooked up to ignition, so we're gonna probably just use it as a signal for our new relay kit. The shit is where to put the relay kit, and we gotta bring battery all the way up to the back. But I think I got like a fucking 10 gauge black wire we can use to hide that shit. Alright, I'm gonna start removing shit and I'll bring it back in later. There's all the metal lines. Right there. All metal lines. And the rubber to metal. Back to rubber. Back to metal. See, it's only the brake line now with that one power wire. That's the Restronic one. That's the Restronic, and that's the power wire that it had that they bypassed the pump with. And so the only thing left is touch it, boy. The brake line. That's the brake line that's left. So right now we're still waiting on the filter, so we're only gonna do the return line right now. So this is all the fittings, and we got hoses, and I already mocked up the let's see if you can get to see it. I mocked up the regulator. So right now we're just gonna do the return line. The return line is a 5/16, but they didn't have it with the 8. They do have it with the 8, but they didn't have it in stock. So, and this car has to be out. So what we're gonna do, it's an 8. No, that's a 6. It's a 6 to an 8. Like that, see? Now it's an 8. So it's a 6. It's a 5/16 to a 6, 6 to a 8, and to this 8 we're gonna put a straight like that, and that's gonna be for the part of the tank. And I think I put a 90 for the return. So all we're gonna do is run the hose, measure, and cut. I'm gonna show you how to do AN fittings today. I'll bring it back in. Alright, I'm gonna show you how to do a fucking straight, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a 8 AN straight. So that's what we're doing right now. It's a straight. Remember, you want to test fit everything. Make sure everything is smooth and it fits. There's no grinding, no cross threading, nothing. Here's the other piece that's gonna go into the free line. Let's see, this one is in the way. You want to check that too. It went in smooth, no grinding. Because sometimes they machine them wrong. Just put this one in. I had to take the tape off of it because it was too thick. But sometimes when they're thin enough, you can leave the tape in there. Whereas you can see the hole's actually right at the edge right there. Now we're gonna put the male. You want to lube it up. Best lube is spit. Just spit on it, and that's gonna be the best lube. Let's start it. Should go in smooth. Yeah. And that's it. I just want to wait for the tools, and you want to make this touch that. Once it's touching and there's no little gap, you're good. You can stop there. You don't have to keep on going. If you keep on going, you're gonna either break the fitting, or you're gonna damage the fitting. Want to move it as less as possible so you won't scratch the fitting. I will do it in the vise, but I'm trying to show you guys on camera. That's why I'm doing it right now by hand. I do them by hand, but when it's on the car, if I can use the vise, I use the vise. Like that, less scratches to the fitting. But this one going under the car, you won't see it. I'm just showing you that it's possible to do it and how to do it. They do sell special tools for it, but once you do it once, you will be able to do it over and over without scratching these shits. Right here's when it gets dangerous, because you're gonna end up scratching one of them here. It's either you're gonna scratch this one, or you're gonna scratch the receiving part. That's tight, and that's it. Like I said, you might scratch one of them. That's got a little scratch. Now we're gonna put this one into this one. Give me an 18. 18.
This one.
Y'all saw that? It's already tight. So now all you gotta do is give it a quarter turn, and that's it. And that's it. And that's the fitting for the return. So you go 5/16 to a 6 to a 8. So you're gonna receive the 8 in, the eight in. They sell it in the 8. I just couldn't find it, and I couldn't get it here on time. But Fatboy's gonna go under the car and put this at the fuel tank to the return. We're gonna take the slack off the hose, and I'm gonna be waiting on top to receive it, and I'm gonna measure it and cut it, and then I'll put the top fitting, and that's it for the return. With just one straight long hose that has to go through the whole car. So that's it. I'll bring it back once I show you the hose that is when it's done. All right, here you have it. We didn't record the shit because yesterday, neighbor next door, he has this weight equipment right there, and he was working out and he put music, and I don't want to get copyright shit for his music that he plays, so that's why we didn't record. But it's completed, it's on. I changed the relay from the Racetronic to the ones I use from Amazon, but I use the Racetronic wiring harness. I just tapped into it. This one's the one that goes to the tank. This one's the power wire that goes all the way to the battery. And that's it. Over here, wherever did this red wire, if you remember, it was going all the way to the battery, but they cut off. They didn't tap in, they cut off the original one from the harness. So I had to cut it here and tap into it. If not, it should have all been working, but they cut it off somewhere on top, and I'm not gonna drop the tank. Okay, Fatboy, I know what you're missing. That bar.
Put the tank up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so Fatboy just has to put on this bar that goes up here, and that's done for that. And then I'll take you up front so y'all can see the rest of the fucking hose. So I'll bring you back once Fatboy's finished putting this bar so we can lower the car. Alright, you can see it from here. The top one, that's the feed. Closer. That's the feed. Intake. Return. There was no other room for it that way and this way, so this is the only place for it. We still gotta set it up at 60 pounds. I gotta run the vacuum to it. I gotta set up the vacuum for the boost. It's a boost reference because it's boosted. It's a boost reference, so we're gonna set it up at 60. But when he gets on boost, the vacuum goes into boost instead of vacuum, and it gives it, I think, like 10 or 20 pounds more of fuel, I believe. I'm not sure. I gotta read the instructions. But yeah, I think I showed you guys yesterday the shit that we took off from all the fucking the fucking rubber to metal, metal back to rubber hoses. That's the steering kit, his old shocks, and his old box. Check it out. Whee! But yeah. So once the car is back in the down, bring you back in. So when we set it up and test it out. We already tested it out for leaks. There's no leaks, but I have to adjust this. So when we lower the car down, I bring you back in, put the vacuum line in there, and check the fucking boost. All right, there you have it. It's done. We even fixed his blow off valve. That shit was not even connected. He was creating all that boost without no blow off valve. Ain't that some shit? So we fixed that. Cause I put the vacuum towards the regulator, and I saw that shit. So I said, let me see if it needs vacuum, and it did need vacuum. Go ahead, start it, and let's hear it so we can shut this video down. Okay, y'all saw the regulator. It moves when he throttles it. It gives you actually more pressure on the fuel. Now that shit works. Back then it didn't make that psh noise. So that's it for this video. We're gonna shut it down. Thanks for watching. All right, see you later on the next one.